On this 50-point inspection from Tail Spinner out of Nashua, New Hampshire, I have their Mango Citra double IPA coming in at 8% ABV. That is the can art on this. It says on the back, the hops are Citra and Mandarina Bavaria. Haze, a light Vermont style. Bitterness is moderate. I don't even have to do the review or the inspection. Tail, no oranges were harmed in the crafting of this brew. This citrus explosion of aroma and flavor delivers its hop-tastic and zesty orange punch courtesy of Citra and Mandarina Bavaria. Man, do we love it. All right, so let's go ahead and tell you this is about 7 weeks old at the time of this inspection, and let's start inspecting it. Okay, the head on this is very tight, frothy, white, and I've had this can upside down. So I've been doing with pretty much all IPAs at this point, and this one says it's hazy, Vermont style. I mean, it's got floating particles in it. You can see the carbonation going, but those are like just floating particles. I mean, it does have a clarity. It's kind of just hazed because of the floating particles. It is a golden coloration. All right, let's get some aromas on this. Yeah, there's a bit of like a sweet orange, tangerine-like, kind of from afar. It's not very strong though. All right, let's get on in here. Yeah, it's got like that kind of slight citrusy tangerine. It actually smells like there's a berry note in there. Just a little bit of a malt sweetness. Yeah, not a very potent nose. Not at all. All right, let's dive in for the first swig here. So cheers. Yeah, it's a medium body with a medium spritzy carbonation. It might be a little bit medium to high carbonation, actually. There's a slight smoothness to the palate. It is very drying, though, to the palate as well. Bitterness is definitely moderate. Yeah, it's kind of just a light, bready, semi-crackery, to maybe possibly a touch of like a wheat flavor. Hop flavors. It's a very light citrus. Citrus oil, maybe a bit of like an orange zest to it, but yeah, it's not like screaming, hey, I'm orange. Yeah, the bitterness is staying true to being like kind of an orange zestiness, maybe a little bit of a pith to it. The hop flavors tend to just blend in with the malt of this, so I mean it's just a flat line, fairly balanced out brew. 8% ABV. Yeah, no alcohol detectable at all, even with yeah, I don't know, there's a slight warming in the chest, I guess, but all right, that's all I have to say about it, really. So it's time to put down a score. Okay, I am back for the Untapped. This is what they say now. There is a difference in what I found on Untapped versus what I have in hand. First off, it says the taste. Citrusplosion of Citra and Mandarina Bavaria hops. The tail. The citrusplosion comes to you courtesy of the Citra Mandarina Bavaria hops. The O in Mando represents the orange flavor bomb in this hop-tastic creation. Man, do we love it. I think there was a little bit of yeah, they changed a little bit of the wordage, kind of the same, but they just kind of took out the O. Mando represents orange. Anyways, out of 101 ratings, this beer averages out at a 3.9 out of 5 on Untapped, which on my scale put it as good. The crazy thing is it also says that it's 42 IBUs and 7.7% ABV. This is an 8% double IPA. I mean, the artwork looks exactly the same. So I don't know if there's a different, I mean, obviously they did something different. So I don't know if there is another Untapped or not on the same beer. I don't see anything right away. So yeah, it is what it is there. All right, for my score for this beer, I was at a 5 out of 6 for appearance. This is supposed to be a hazy. It's really not. It's got floating particles, but not really hazy. It's dirty. Call it dirty. So 5 out of 6 for the appearance. On the aromatics, it's pretty weak. Not enough of the hops. Definitely not super citrusy. The malt presence was acceptable. It was nice. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 for the aromas. On the flavor score, this one, once again, the hops didn't really shine through all that citrusy. I mean, you can pick it out. It's there, but it's not like, wow, this is a big old citrus orange bomb. It's not. But it's not bad. It drinks like an old school, kind of like, I don't know, East Coast, West Coast style IPA. So it's a decent drinker. It's nice, just not as nice as they wrote it up to be. 14.5 out of 19 for the flavor score is what I'm at. On the body, it's fine. I'll give it the 5 out of 5. And for my overall on this one, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'd much rather not represent Vermont style and be more of something else. Since it kind of reminds me of, like I said, an East Coast or West Coast style versus what it is. But I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10 for my overall, which is going to leave the Mando Citra double IPA from Tail Spinner with a BuMpY 38 out of 50, which will land this as a good beer. So, just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.